It's time to be kind with Marley Q.
Because the time to be kind to ourselves, each other, and the world is now. Hi, Parker. I'm Marley Q, and welcome to episode number 4 with Adrianna Foster. If you've been part of my kind crew for a while, chances are you already know our celebrity guest today. And if you don't, I guarantee you'll never forget her voice if you stay through the end of the episode. For almost 2 decades, Adrianna Foster has been called the voice of Mexico by legendary singers. And after moving to Miami, she's become known as the first motivational singer of our time. With over 73,000 monthly followers and millions of downloads on Spotify, and even more on her YouTube channel, Adrianna Foster is clearly a superstar. But the reason I invited her on our show today is because she's a superhero too. Not only is she a successful singer, songwriter, she's also a hypnotherapist and a mom and a Parker, somebody who performs acts of random kindness just like you and me. To kick off Mental Health Awareness Month, I was inspired to share this bonus episode and invite Adrianna to shine the light on a question I've been asked several times, and perhaps one that even you've asked yourself during the current health crisis we're experiencing around the world. Why smile? Adrianna shares a story of how we met through the power of a smile, and also vulnerably shares her own journey with mental health issues from a young age, and how practicing self-love and kindness helped her transform darkness and chaos into a choice to be loud. What does it mean to be loud? Here's a hint. It's an acronym, and a really good one. So sit back, relax, and stay through the end of the episode because Adrianna will give us all a reason to smile. So why smile? Smiling is a very important part of my life, and I have a guest here with us today that just makes this point so clear as to why it's so important to share your smile with others every day. Adrianna Foster, thank you for making the time to be kind.
Yay! Thank you so much, Marley. I love you, and I am so proud of you, and I am so grateful and humbled to be here with you today.
Oh, thank you. And all of our Parkers listening are in for a treat.
Yay.
You stay all the way to the end. You might hear it. You might hear the treat. Adrianna, would you be so kind as to share how we met? I think it was already 6 years ago or so?
It was 2014. And this is what I called, this is what, when I do my concerts and I speak, I call the bathroom story.
That sounds so great. Stay with us.
What do you mean with the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, like your life can be changed in a bathroom, for real. So what happened is that in 2014, I was coming back from this 1.5-year trip to Mexico when I released my second album, and I started the promotion of my album and my CD, and it all went to where hell, and it failed terribly, and I lost all my money and everything. So I came back November 21st, 2014, and I was homeless for 3 months actually. So in that event, it was probably a week after I came back. My friend, she knew that I had no money. I didn't know anybody. I was just looking to see what opportunities I could get. And she gave me a ticket for this event, and I went. And of course, it's like a 350 women event, and they're talking about, businesses and funnels and marketing and this and your profit. And I'm just there, I have no money to eat lunch. I have no money to Uber. I don't have a house. I don't have anywhere to sleep. So I just start getting super overwhelmed. And I feel what am I doing here? I don't belong. And I just go to the bathroom and I start crying. It's just this major panic anxiety attack of what am I going to do with my life? How am I going to get back in my feet? And then, this beautiful curly hair, sparkly lady comes into the bathroom and I'm just cleaning my tears because I don't want anybody to see me. And she looks at me and she takes the time, because that's the thing, Marley. You took the time. Anybody else could have just ignored me. Or just, be like, oh, I'm just going to leave or whatever. And you were kind enough. You took the time to look at me and to politely ask, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was just look, I'm getting goosebumps. And that was a moment where, I really felt supported. I felt heard. And I don't remember exactly the words that we said, but we ended up having a conversation, and I shared that my, at that time, husband was a musician and your husband too. And it was literally a 2-minute conversation where your smile was so beautiful, and it really gave me peace. And not only that, it gave me hope. It sparked a piece of hope that I was not alone, and that, good things could happen, good connections could happen, and that doors could be open in my life, and that I was in the right path. Like, I was starting over, and you were like the little, when people people are like navigating in the sea and they're looking for that star that shows them the north. You were that North Star for me. Your smile was that North Star for me. And after that, we connected, and then literally everything else started happening. Yes. And I met a bunch of people that knew you. And funny enough, because when I knew that they knew you, I was like, oh, I can trust them. Because I just your smile made me trust you. And you were literally that North Star that just showed me the way. So that's my bathroom story.
I need a moment. My goodness.
Every time I share this all the time, as you know. And the reason why I share it, despite the fact that I love you and I love our friendship, I share it because it is so important.
So important.
Like, you don't know the impact that you will create on people's lives if you take a second to see them and to acknowledge them. And maybe all you have to do is just smile and say, have a great day. And you don't know how much of an impact you can make in that people's lives. You don't know how you can change everything. I was ready to leave that event. I went to the bathroom, I was crying, and I was ready to just go. And because of how I felt with you, I stayed. And I met a bunch of people that were literally determined facts of where I am today.
Yes.
It's incredible. So look, I get goosebumps, like who I am.
To be able to witness, to be able to first thank you for sharing that story, not just for me to hear it again. I get goosebumps too, and it really does fill me up with joy and with purpose. I mean, the name of this podcast is Time to Be Kind, and the importance of making the time to be kind to ourselves, the people we interact with, not just the people we know, but the people that we run into in the bathroom, in the street, and take the time to notice them. And even if it's just a smile, I was ready to be rejected. Who says that you were going to want to talk to me?
Right.
And it would have been okay if you would have been like, I'm fine, and left. That would have been okay. But for me, what was more important is just making that time to park for a moment, acknowledge you, be like, I'm here if you'd like to talk. And you did, and exchanging our business cards and having that brief, conversation resulted in this beautiful friendship, and also us working together, right?
Yes.
I saw you a couple months later, and you were like this brand new woman. Like, you had life and you had a smile of your own. And I'm like, wow, are you the same woman I met in the bathroom a couple months ago? And it's just been such a privilege and humble honor to see you grow, to see you shine, to see you flourish on your journey. And coming from, a real big crisis, let's call it, in your life in that moment, and being able to stay with it and have that kindness for yourself to honor where you were at and be able to go to events and seek support from community and from other people and have that develop into everything that you're doing today. Can you share with us a little bit about what you're up to? Because it's super exciting.
Thank you. Well, it's so funny because it all was born in that event. This is a true story. After the bathroom story that you gave me light again and you fueled me into okay, I can do this. I went back to my table and I started listening to all the speakers, and then I just came up with it, and I just realized I had an epic breakthrough moment. And I'm like, I am a motivational singer. That is what I am supposed to do. I'm supposed to share my story and the passion that I have for life and the resilience that it's, I think, my biggest quality and characteristic as a human being. And also do it through my gift, my greatest gift, which is my voice.
Your voice.
What I love to do, which is, singing. I had no idea how I was going to do that. Like at that moment, I was like, I have no idea, but I'm going to do it. This was in 2014, and today in 2020, I'm doing it. I have this beautiful project that's called Foster Nights.
Yes.
That is an immersive concert experience. So what I do is that I go to people's houses, people's events, people's groups, corporations, nonprofits, whatever you want to do. Any event that wants to have an epic signature, personalized entertainment, a concert that will touch people's lives and that will nurture your soul.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and that would
connection.
and fosters connect. The purpose of Foster Nights is to foster a feeling of connection and community between whoever it's attending. And I personalize the songs and I create a script based on your event and what you want to celebrate. And it's really, really, really cool. People love it, and I love to do it. It's an immersive concert experience. It is really what it is, and I enjoy it so much. It's so much fun, and that's what I do. I motivate and inspire people, and I connect people. I bring people together through my music and my voice and my story, which I think it's really important to share. And also what I believe, right? What you said is so important. I believe that everything, every new beginning is often disguised by a painful and chaotic ending. And I think that we have such a misconception about what those crises or chaotic moments in our lives mean. We're raised to believe that we have to avoid them, or we have to feel ashamed of them, we have to hide them, or something's wrong if you're going through a problem. And that's not true. That's actually not true. This is exactly how awakenings and how new beginnings work, right? It's chaos, transformation, and choice. You go through the chaos, you are in the darkness. If you're able to hold it and to stay and to really ask yourself the question, what's the purpose of this? Not why this is happening to me, but what's the purpose for this?
How is it serving me?
How is it serving me? You will go through a transformation process that hurts, that it's in pain, but this is where people like you come into play and support me, and you can attract the tribe and the opportunities and the solutions and the tools that will support you. And then you have a choice. You can choose to stay in the darkness, and you can choose to believe that this will define you for the rest of your life, or you can choose to be reborn. You can choose to embrace your truth. You can choose to remember your voice and be loud, right? What is loud? Loud is just showing up in the world and being in integrity with your truth, with who you are, and serving the world through your gifts. And that is what Foster Nights teaches. That is what I teach. And that is my purpose for being here.
And I love how it's been a journey to get to this purpose, because I remember you said something super important. Everything that you just shared was super important and true, and so relevant to so many people. I mean, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think that it's vitally important for people to have the courage and be loud, to share their stories of struggle, of crisis, of trauma, and how really allowing yourself, I see it as practicing self-love and kindness through that, can allow you to see that light. You said it yourself, to attract the right people and the right opportunities. Because after you got out of that bathroom, you said it yourself, you went to the bathroom, you were ready to cry it out and leave. And because there was a little spark of kindness, there was a little spark of a different energy that you chose to receive. You chose to receive it. Allowed you to go back into the event with a different mindset and attract the ideas, the aha moments, the answers, the opportunities that you were looking for. How am I going to get back on my feet? How am I going to, find a place to live and make a business out of what I want to do? You were asking the right questions. You were in an open, receptive mode. And that's why I believe so strongly that kindness is a superpower. And that currency, that energy of kindness, if we are open to give it and to receive it from one another, can truly change not just your perspective, but your path, your life. Right?
And think about it, right? I think it's like a ripple effect.
Yes.
Right? Because it's a chain reaction. Because you gave me that spark and I chose to receive it.
Yes.
And because of that, is exactly what you're saying. I got ideas, opportunities, and connections, tools of more support that slowly, little by little throughout the years have been allowing me to build up. Because think about it, right? After that, I met the platform where I started creating my, at that time, one-on-one business, which is hypnotherapy, that gave me the opportunity, the monetary need, currency for me to get back on my feet and do this. And then that allowed me to expand, and I started doing the motivational concerts, which I did them with you, right? And then I started...
we helped to kick off the motivational concert
You kicked off the motivational
series.
concerts, and then, that opened up even more and more opportunities. And then I met this other coaching program that we were together in, and that gave me even more opportunities. So think about how important it was that time that you took to be kind and the change reaction that you're giving, not just to me, but to all the people that I've been able to serve. Like, I often ask myself, what would have happened if I would have left that event?
May have happened. I know for me, I mean, obviously not only would I have missed out on a great, friendship that we've been able to develop and nourish, but also I remember the first time that you ever sang publicly in the United States.
Oh my God.
Was on
yes.
my stage,
and your stage
at the
yes.
5K Park Fest. And there was tears, and you quote unquote just sang the national anthem, and there was people crying at our event. And that wasn't a motivational concert. You were just singing the national anthem. And people are crying like, wow, who is this woman?
But again, right? The reason why I decided to do that is because it was you, because I trusted you, right? So I felt compelled to ask you, hey, can I sing the national anthem at your event? Because you gave me that time to be kind. You took the time to be kind to myself. So I created like that bond with you. And again, like, it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, imagine what would have happened if A, I would have left the event, or B, which is my whole purpose with what I do, I would have chosen to not receive.
Exactly.
I would have chosen to be like, who the hell is this person? I'm not going to talk to this lady. I'm fine.
Right. What the hell are you so happy about?
Right.
Coming in here smiling.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong in your life, right? Which I've gotten that before. It's like, wow, it's a problem for me to come in with my light. Okay. You don't have to receive it, right? You don't force it on anyone, but you received.
That's exactly what I've learned, and what I preach, and what I practice, and what I teach people, right? It is okay to be in the dark. Within the dark is where light is born. All you have to do is to make the choice to see it, to make the choice to receive it, to make the choice to believe that everything is happening for you, that you've been taken care of all the time. And those moments are the opportunities where you reclaim your voice, which is your purpose in life, who you really are meant to be. And you have the opportunity to start choosing to be loud. For me, loud, it's an acronym. I
love acronyms. Here we go. Share.
Loud, what I created around being loud in my experience, and what I've seen with my clients and all the people that I work with, is when you get to the point that you give yourself permission to be loving, open, unapologetic, and deserving.
Beautiful.
Right? When you really truly embrace your greatness and allow yourself permission to be loving, open, unapologetic, and deserving, is when you show your truth and share your voice with the world. B, you inspire others with the gift that you are inherently by being born in this planet. And C, you give others permission to do the same. Right? By you taking up space with your light and being loud with your voice, you give others permission to do the same. And Parkers that are listening, this is how we're going to change the world.
Yes.
Now, I really want you to, like, if you're listening and you're feeling this energy that we're feeling here, just close your eyes for a second and just think about it, right? Like, you don't have to do big things. You don't have to be the CEO of a company, or, become the greatest public speaker in the world, no. You can be loud at home with your family. You can be honest, loving, open, unapologetic, and deserving with your kids, with your clients, in your job, at your job. Whatever activity that you choose to do, whatever it is that lights your heart on fire, whatever it is that you choose to create in the world, just do it in honesty with who you are, and in integrity with your purpose in life, because that is how you will serve the world, and that is how you will make a difference, and that is how we will all collectively at the same time make a difference and change the world.
That's how we're all superheroes.
That's how we become superheroes.
Absolutely love that acronym. Can I add it to my list of favorites?
Of course.
Oh, I love it.
Be loud.
I want to be loud. I actually really see, even the journey of creating this podcast as my own journey of being loud and
yes,
and
absolutely.
honoring my own voice, right? And having that unapologetic and deserving, loving and open. I know I messed up the acronym, the letters,
okay.
But it's okay. With myself, right? And going back to my purpose and the why and being reconnected to how important it is to do those small acts of random kindness. It's all about
absolutely
the small acts of kindness that have the power within us all to make a huge difference in not just the world, but in your everyday life, the people that you interact with, the people that you talk to, the people on the street. You just never know. And I hope that everyone that's listening, to this episode and this podcast today, again, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and there's people that might be listening that are going through, a dark time in this moment, right? And they hear us in our bubbliness and, Adrianna, she's successful and she's got her business and she's all going, but it wasn't always like that, right? And you're going to remind people, that sometimes the reason that you can show up in life with joy and with energy and with spark and with light for others is because you've been through
absolutely
some darkness and you've honored that.
Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest acts of kindness that you can do is give yourself permission to be in the dark. Like at least that has been my experience. I always share in my talks, and every time that I'm on stage, I share my personal story. When I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with chronic depression, anxiety, and I suffered from bullying and other types of mental and physical abuse for many, many years. And in the adolescence, because of my living situation and everything that happened, the depression kicked in such a really, really strong way. I suffered from panic attacks and anxiety attacks and just massive, massive depression. And when I was 18 years old, I tried to commit suicide. So yeah, people ask me all the time, were you always this bubbly?
And this motivational?
No. I think that for me, what has got me to where I'm at right now, the reason why I'm able to be sitting here right in front of you and with this beautiful presence of yours is because I have given myself over and over and over again the gift of kindness.
Yes.
I have given myself the opportunity to just be on the dark and to understand that the darkness was serving me. It was not attacking me. It was not trying to destroy me.
And there was nothing wrong with
there
you
was nothing
to
wrong
deserve
with
being
me.
in this darkness.
Exactly. It was not something that would define me for the rest of my life. I remember, after the attempt of suicide, I had a few weeks of, of course, my family was concerned and, going to doctors and this and that. And one time I was just literally meditating and I had this like spark of truth that it was like, there's a purpose for this. Like, this is not going to be my life. I refuse to believe that this is how life is. So I get to find and first of all, understand why this is happening, which is, being kind to myself, my story, and not defining like, oh, there's something wrong with you, right? And second, knowing and finding the tools and the knowledge and the lessons of how to change this, how to transform it. And I think that was a moment where I chose to reclaim my voice, to rediscover it. And being loud, it's a daily choice. At that time of my life, being loud was showing up to my therapy, showing up to my courses, finding transformation, asking for support. I went to do El Camino de Santiago, Santiago's Way in Spain, showing up to all these opportunities, embracing transformation, embracing pain, being in my darkness. That was my way of being loud. And as time passed by and as I've evolved and as I've grown, my way of being loud has been different. Today, my way of being loud is standing up on a stage and speaking about my truth and sharing with people. Yes, I tried to commit suicide when I was 18. And today I am in peace and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to reclaim your voice and be loud. That is my way of being loud. Right now, your way of being loud is nurturing your home and being a mom and, doing this podcast. And maybe the way of being loud of my neighbor is just, being on an office and serving clients in the way that she does. Like, there's not a specific way. It's the intention and the context that we do things. If we do things with the purpose and in integrity with our truth, we make a difference. And we give ourselves the opportunity to just be great and show our greatness.
To show up as yourself,
Exactly.
your true self.
And let me tell you, Marley, there's no greater feeling or more addictive feeling in this world than feeling free to be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's my experience. Like, it's amazing. It's just this like complete ease. I feel like that's heaven.
Ease is the right word. I think ease is the right word. Because you're not fighting. There's no internal battle with yourself.
There's no internal battle. It's just, I feel good. I feel good to be myself. And I feel loving,
aligned
to myself. I feel open to receive more and more opportunities. I feel unapologetic to just show who I am. And I feel deserving. Like, I'm worthy.
Yeah.
That's what being loud means.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. There's so much gold in this conversation. Please tell all our Parkers listening, how can they connect with you? How can they learn more about Foster Nights, about the Be Loud?
Absolutely. Yes. So if you go to my website, Adrianna with double N, AdriannaFoster.com, you can find all the information. I would love to connect with you, or follow me on social media. I'm always sharing my crazy stories with my daughter and my life being a mom and being a Latina in the United States, and learning how to speak a language that's not mine, and how to share, my stories in both Spanish and English. And then I do videos. I do acoustic videos of my songs. I'm pretty crazy. So if you want to have fun with me, follow me on social media. In Instagram, you can find me as Adrianna Foster Oficial in Spanish with a C, or my YouTube channel, which I have more than 17,000. I'm so grateful. 17,000 followers in my YouTube channel. Adrianna Foster, or Spotify. I have a lot of people. I have like 85,000 listeners a month. Thank you, 85,000 listeners. I love you. I'll give you more music soon, I promise.
Could you give us a little music today? Is that okay? Maybe a little gift?
Yes.
A little gift once we wrap up? Oh, I get my own little private concert here. Oh, Parkers.
So every time I hear this song or I sing this song, it reminds me of you. Like, I mean it. And because your smile literally was the light that I needed to just keep on going. That last... that little spark of oxygen that I needed to just one more step that totally created the momentum to where I'm at. So this is for you, Marley Q. Smile when your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you will find if you smile through your fears and sorrows. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll be the sun that's shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so real, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life, it's still worthwhile if you just smile.
What a gift. What a treat.
Yay.
Thank you. I'm going to have to wrap it up now so I can have a good cry.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much for making the time to be
Marley Q.
kind. Thank you for the gift of your voice. Thank you for the gift of your story and everything that you shared today. I feel that we can talk for many, many, many more episodes. So is it okay if we invite you back?
Of course. Oh my God, I can be here every day. So you just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I've got a big smile on my face. I really hope today's interview inspired you too, and serves as a powerful testimony of what can happen when you make the time to be kind and smile. Your smile has the power to be the spark that you or someone else needs to feel seen, heard, connected, and encouraged to keep going. And as you heard Adrianna share, it could even be someone's North Star to light the way through a dark time and be guided back home. Thank Thank you for listening. If you're inspired to make a little more time to be kind, please subscribe, leave a kind review, and share with a friend who would appreciate this podcast too. Thank you for being the spark of kindness. See you next time.